So yeah, Elon Musk just took a number two, a big dump on his platform, Twitter or X. And so he said that the phrase from river to sea, Palestine shall be free, is to be blocked. He said that's what's going to happen to people if they use it, because he thinks it means genocide. It doesn't. It means the Israel of 1986, when I was there hitchhiking around on my own, right? There were no fences around Palestine, walls in parts of Jerusalem. There's no wall around Gaza. So I think we should go back to that, and that would be just change the name to something else. Not Palestine, not Israel. Israel's too sectarian a name. If any other country was called after a tribe, I can't think of any, that's still contentious today. You know, England, that's named after a peoples or a tribe, presumably the Angles from across the North Sea, which in my opinion were just Vikings, pre-Viking Vikings basically, and they came over after the Romans had left, and that's where it comes from, Anglo-Saxons. And so the word angle comes from the shape. It literally comes from the shape. So if anyone wants to dispute that, go ahead, but that's where it comes from, a shape of Germany, Denmark coastline. So it's an ancient Indo-European word. So England, Anglo-Saxons, England, right? It's named after a tribe, but nobody relates to what that is or cares. And they like the name England, and it's fine. But with the name Israel, it's far too sectarian. So if we go back to 1986, which we cannot, I'm not naive, but I'm for a one-state solution, 1986, change the name of Israel and change it to something else. And I've made suggestions for that. But so is it all right for Elon Musk? Is it okay? Can we ask him if I can say from river to sea, Palestine will be free in a democracy, right? Because that's what Israel was in 1986, or it was supposed to be, or claimed to be. It had a lot of oppression that you get in all sorts of countries, including the US, by the way. I won't get into that, but about people being blocked from voting, things like that, and the redistricting that goes on in states to make sure people are blocked and locked out. It's not a democracy, not really. So it's worse than Israel, actually. But there was a lot of oppression towards the West Bank and Palestine for various reasons. But it was quite a hopeful time. Like I say, no fences, one big country, just change the name. And is that okay to say from river to sea in a democracy? Is that okay? Palestine will be free, or the Palestinians will be free, and the Israelis and the Christians and the atheists in a democracy. Because what else would it become? It would probably become more like, Morocco or Egypt or even Saudi Arabia, which lets women vote these days, as far as I know. So, because women were the last to get votes in those places, that's why I mention it. So, probably be more like that. So, as is the case in Gaza, where women could vote, right? Things like that. So, and Palestine. So it would be like that, but change the name. It's just ridiculous. People's ability to think and just be on these two sides, one side fighting the other, just like boom, arguing with each other and fighting each other on the streets of America and things like that, and England, places like that. But all you need to do is change the name and just have a democracy, which is the same thing as saying, my whole point here, is the same thing as saying from river to sea, Palestinians and everyone else will be free. And that's what they mean by that, so that it's just it should be one big country with a good democracy. But that's never going to happen. Israel has now got itself into a quagmire of epic proportions. It has no chance of getting out of that. And it could very well drag other countries into this over time. So you've blown it. You've no chance. Some of us are the only ones that know the way out of this. But it might be too late if other countries start getting dragged into this, even in the sense of sanctions or any kind of blockades. So that's what's going to happen over time, probably. And so this quagmire is going to go on. But when I say from river to sea, Palestinians shall be free, is it okay to say that as a democracy? So I'm pretty sure that's what it means. It doesn't mean, no one's going around shouting from river to sea, Palestinians will be free in a sort of patriarchal religious state, which is very oppressive and dictatorship. No one's saying that, because that's not what the word free means. It means democracy. Democracy means freedom. Freedom means democracy. Now, there are plenty of democracies that are not very free and not very good, but everyone tries their best to make it a democracy, and that's what it should be. So wishful thinking at this point. You've created thousands upon thousands of jihadists, and yeah, that's going to go on for years, but that's it. Elon Musk has just stopped freedom of speech on his own platform, which is supposed to be freedom of speech. He's interpreted that term about from river to sea, in his own dumb mind, because he's a dummy, and he's clearly bought into all this bullshit propaganda that's been going on around this war and all the others. So there's no hope. I'm going to Mastodon, Mastodon, which is a social media, open source. I think it's the only hope. Everyone else join me on Mastodon. So good luck, folks. Yeah, Palestine, from river to sea, Palestine should be free and in a democracy. Thanks a lot. That's the best way to go. That's what it means. Bye.